There we go. Now I am recording. I'm going to repeat what I just said. I'm going to be decorating this red bag. This bag that we're decorating this time, it could be just a winter gift. It does not have to be a holiday gift. So just this one's quick and easy. Just make sure before you start this one, you might go grab some pine or something earthy that will be glued on here. So I'm starting with, and I know I just set it down, some Dearest Jane paper from Paper Tray Ink. I don't know if you've seen this, but it's like book writing. And there are several pages of each one. And it kind of reminds me of what you would have read in Jane Austen. But it has a really great look to it. And you just pull these right out. So everything I'm doing tonight is going to be just simple decorating, quick. You don't want to be decorating bags that take an hour. You want them to whip up really quick, be cute, and be able to walk out the door with a gift. So I'm just going to cut this down a little bit so it fits on my red bag. I'm going to do 6 by, let's do 6 by 8. That looks good to me. Putting that out of the way, and all I'm going to be doing is placing this right on my red bag. I'm going to move this up. There we go, give you a better view. And I'm going to take my Helmar Premium Craft Glue and put it on the back of my paper. You want to open it up all the way. You want to put enough glue on your edges that it will stay, and some in the middle. You don't need a whole lot. You can see I didn't put a whole lot on there. Can you? I'm having a hard time with my lighting tonight. I'm just going to flip it over, center it, and I'm going to take my hand and go from the center out to make sure that all my bubbles are out, that all the corners go down. So far so good. And I'm going to take the pine. We live in Maine, so we're the pine tree state. And I'm just going to cut some pieces of pine off. Now I'm sure you don't really think about this, but you can use your Helmar glue with pieces of nature. It works. It's nice and sturdy. So I am going to, I took 2 pieces of the pine, just so it's a little spray against my backdrop. I'm having a hard time tonight here. And I'm going to tie it with some red twine. This is twine by the Twinery. Oh, this smells so good. It smells just like a Christmas tree. And I'm just going to wrap this around my branches. Tuck it under a little bit. So none of what I'm doing tonight is rocket science. It's just simple, easy ideas that I've, come up with in the past, or I've seen and thought, oh, that's a really great idea. So as I said before, the presentation to me is just as important as the gift sometimes. And I have friends who definitely appreciate the effort of a well thought out, well decorated bag or gift box. So I'm just going to let that drape down in there so you have a little bit of red in your spray. You see that? And I'm going to use some Helmar 450 on this. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the back. And this is our quick dry adhesive. And I'm going to center my spray. I'm just going to hold it down for a minute and pull some of these pieces right back out. There we go, just like that, make it a little even. And there we have a simple gift bag. Easily done. And I'm going to let this dry and I'll show them all to you. Just need a few minutes for that 450 quick dry adhesive to dry. So there's gift bag number 1, done in no time flat. I'm just turning around and putting this on my very busy table over here. So let's clean that up a little bit. I did bring my trash can today, which I normally forget. So on that bag, we use the Helmar 450 craft glue and the Helmar premium craft glue and the Helmar 450 quick dry adhesive. So for my next package, I'm actually going to use, where did I put the box? The craft box. This one is fun. I'm going to use some items that you guys would normally keep in your house. Hi, Ree. I pulled out some Martha Stewart cupcake liners. I actually won them last year. I think it was after Christmas. I won a whole package of Martha Stewart packaging and some coffee liners. Now, coffee liners are fun because you can mist them or spray them and make flowers with them. We're going to use them as the base of a decoration here. So I'm pulling this out and I'm just going to show you, and I'm flipping them over. Just like that. So it gives them a little more strength. And then I'm going to separate them out. I don't have enough room here. I'm knocking things over. You have neither of these in your house. No coffee liners and no cupcake liners. So I'm just going to separate. I think I'm going to use 5 or 6 of these. And I'm just going to layer them to give them some dimension. You see how it looks like a flower that way? And I am going to take, I'm going to open this up, my Craft and Hobby PVA glue. And I'm going to start by gluing a little bit on the bottom. Now, again, we don't want to get this too wet. And I'm going to stick it right to my package. So I'm going to lift my camera up just a little bit. There you go. I'm going to stick it right to my package. And I'm going to continue on by adding a little bit of glue on each of these. Now, I don't want to oversaturate this because the coffee filters are porous, and if they get too wet, it will rip. It will still dry, but it will rip. So I'm going to go on the outside of this one, and I'm just layering it to make a pretty flower. You'll see when it's all layered up. Now, it does help if you turn the coffee filters inside out to separate them out and to give them some volume, just because they've been all stuck together and packaged together. So just a little bit of the Craft and PVA Hobby glue right here. We're going to keep on going. So if you see this, it looks like a flower. We're going to do the same thing on the inside of this. I don't have hot dog papers. Do you have hot dog papers? I didn't even know they made hot dog papers. Okay, so these are really cute cupcake liners. Look at these. I have not used them, believe it or not, and I make cupcakes all the time. So I guess I needed to use them to decorate a package. So I'm going to do the same thing with the red cupcake liners that I did with the coffee filters, which is flip them inside out so they look like this. and I'm going to start gluing them on the inside of my coffee filter. So again, using my Craft and Hobby PVA glue, and this dries pretty quick too. I'm going to set these in the middle. So can you see that? It makes a cute display. And I'm just going to flip a few more around. I think I have 4 right here that I'm going to do, and I'm just going to keep layering these. And for these ones, I'm actually overlapping them a little bit to give them a little more width on here so they take up some more room. So you can see, it's hard to see it right there. And I'm just going to spread these all out and kind of fan them a little bit just to make them bigger and take up the room in the coffee filters. And I think I'm going to take 2 more just so I can build up some more room. And here's my last one. I'm going to put that dead center. So now I'm just going to fluff everything up. Make sure everything's separated so it looks like a flower. And there we have a very cute flower on my craft package. And actually, that's exactly how it's going to sit. It's like that sideways. Easy, easy ideas. Now I got my white paper and my craft wrapping paper at the dollar store. So here's the white paper, which I'll show you next, and my craft paper. You can get mailing paper. It's a lot more expensive and it's a lot thicker, so it's harder to stick. Hi, Eleni. One of the things I do like to do when I'm wrapping is to use my glue to close things. I don't necessarily always use tape, and I would say that the craft glue would work very well on these papers to wrap. So I have one more package done in white, and I pulled out some of my old scraps of paper and my circle punch. This one's super easy, probably good for a boy. So I pulled out some aqua and some red and some green, and these are all in my scraps. So I didn't do anything extraordinary or extra, and I decided that it would be really cute to do some polka dots. And in my stash, I had found something I had already embossed, so this would add some nice dimension. So all I'm going to do is take the papers and punch them out with circles, different size circles. So I'll do some red and green and aqua. It's been red and aqua have been one of my favorite color combinations lately. So just going to punch some of these out. Another ad, and going to punch some red out. And these are my old Creative Memories circle punches. I've kept them around forever. They still work great. So I'm just going to punch a whole bunch of these out. So and I will decorate my plain white paper with them. This one would be perfect for a boy or a little kid to decorate the white paper, or to have your children help you decorate. That is one of my favorite embossing folders from Crop Stop. Can't remember if that's a Cart Us one. the gear one. Do you remember which one it is, Vicki? Thank you. So simple, simple. I'm just going to randomly place my circles down on the white paper. I'm going to use my craft glue, my Helmar Premium Craft Glue. Put a little dab on each one. Let's see if you can see me just randomly placing these here. So I don't know if you can tell, but it adds a nice texture. I have both Basil and Coordinations cardstock here, so it's textured cardstock. I don't know if you can see that. But how cool does that look with the embossed paper on that too? This would be a fun project to do with your kids. Let them decorate using circles and some of your leftover papers. Your grandkids, for those of us who have grandkids. I think I need some more aqua. I'll just do some half circles here and there. Do them on the edges. We need a little more green. Now, another great thing about the plain paper is that you can actually write to and from on there. It must be Couture Creations. Is it? It was one of the ones that I designed with for, I think, last winter, CHA. All right, I know I popped a couple more. Going to glue a couple more on here. Going to slide that over and add some more color over there, and I think I'm going to pop some buttons on this one. This is a fun way to keep the kids occupied. Definitely is keeping me occupied. All right, I think I'm going to grab some buttons for that. A couple aqua buttons. There we go. Oh, that's super cute. And I'm just going to use the same craft glue to glue my buttons down. Let's see. Use a different color green. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue on the back and sticking them down. Oh, like that. Oh, I don't have any real red buttons, do I? I guess I need some of those. There we go. I went digging. I found a red one. I'm sorry, I got caught up reading what everybody was writing. I'm going to use I'm going to write on the paper to gas. So look, how cute is that? Nice and easy. I bet they would love it. So we have 3 boxes done now. A bag and 2 boxes. There we go. Easy, easy, easy items to do with your stash and with your Helmar glue. So let's see, what can I do now? I need to toss these to the side. Toss, 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 toss. So how many of you have like collections of leftover Christmas paper? Like scrap of paper? I have tons of scrap of paper that I haven't done anything with, or I know I won't use. I have some of this leftover paper from last season by October afternoon, and I love all the retro pieces, but I don't ever see that I will be using them for myself on a layout. So I'm going to cut some of these pieces off and decorate my gift bag with a little bit of the May Arts ribbon and the pieces of paper. Quick and easy. Tons. You have tons. I feel like I've been saving my Christmas paper for a wonderful time, but the reality is that it just doesn't happen. I don't use it. So I'm just going to cut out a couple of these advertisements. You can see how cute these are. Very retro, very fun. Alright, so I cut out 2 of them, and I'm going to take my plain old paper that I got from a store. I can't even tell you what I got in it, but I know I saved it from this summer, and I tucked it away to use it. And I'm going to take, I think some of this fun mesh type ribbon from May Arts and glue it down on my, oh, I like that texture. I do a lot. So I'm actually going to glue it all the way around. So I'm going to cut it quickly. So we're just going over fun and easy ideas to decorate bags. I'll move this back down so you can see me now. I want it to, so I'm going to trim this up, and I'm going to glue it all the way around. So I'm starting on the back. I'm actually going to glue on the paper this time. I'm using the premium craft glue again. Good for different kinds of surfaces. And I'm just going to wrap it all the way around. So I actually didn't use any glue on the front of this, only on the back. And I'm just going to press it down lightly so it sticks, because this is meshy. So we want it to pick up the fibers with the glue. And as you can see how awesome that is gluing down. You see how well that did? So now I'm going to flip it over, and it gives me, now on the other side I have a little place to tuck things because I glued it only on one side. And I'm going to take my little advertisements and glue them on here. Super cute, huh? And again, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to use my premium craft glue. I'm going to glue one on the bottom. Over the top of the mesh. And one tucked a little bit underneath. Nice and easy. And what else am I going to add to this? I think I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it down twice. So I'm using the same line I had before. So when I close it up, just because I don't want to close it up now, I'm going to punch 2 holes in this and tie it with some twine, but I'm actually not going to do it right now because I want to stick a gift in there. So how easy is that? Nice, easy. You could add anything else to this that you wanted. Let's see what else I might have dug out. I did pull out some, oh, I have some other things that I can tuck on this one. I do. I pulled out my stash of holiday stuff, some of the stuff I've had forever. I think a peppermint, don't you think? This is some October afternoon flare, and I have a tendency to not trust the foam on the back of it, so I do add a little bit more craft glue. Oh, I like that. There we go, perfect. An easy bag. We're on a roll. I've got 4 things done now so far, 40 minutes. I'm so excited, and I'm still talking to myself, aren't I? So now I would like to refurb, reuse, recycle my loft bag. Now, how many of you get big bags from stores that you use all the time and you just toss them away? I highly encourage you to reuse them. Highly encourage you to reuse them. Why? Because you don't need to go buy gift bags when you get these. These are better than any that you can buy. So often some of the nice stores come with great colored ribbon, and they're nice and sturdy, and they hold up well. And this one's been tucked in my closet probably for a good 6 months. So I'm going to find some paper that I really like. And I'm going to use this little spot, and like it's like a little, I'm decorating a card. I guess is kind of the best way to think about it. I'm just going to use that little spot and act like it's a card. This allows you to whip up a reused gift bag quickly. So I have some old Bow Bunny paper. And I'm just going to cut this 4 by 6. Can you hear all my stuff dropping? And I'm going to cover that sign up. And then I had a leftover piece of paper, again, I think it's October afternoon. I'm going to stick that right there, just acting like it's a layout. I have these fun, oh, I should show you how I did these. You want to learn how to make these? Maybe not on that one. Maybe on the next. Okay, so I'm going to start by gluing these down, and then I'm going to build a card on the outside of the bag. You can't see me, can you? So when you're decorating gift bags, just think easy. Think, how can I get this done? How can I make it cute? And how can I not spend any extra money to do this? You use a good craft glue. Helmar craft glue is probably the one that I've used the most tonight. All your stuff will stay adhered and it will travel well. And I think I'm going to use, oh, these are neat. So from the May Arts ribbon, there are these leaves. Can you see them? They're almost suede-like. I really like those. I think I'm going to cut them out individually. My fabric scissors are hidden. Oh, no, there they are. There they are. I have some Joys of the Season. These are from Jelly Bean Soup, and I picked these up just recently. So let's glue down our leaves. I picked them up because they were cute and they were cheap. And I'm just layering my leaves, give them a little bit of dimension. And I think I have, I guess I'm missing it, so I'll just use another piece of flare. How about, oh, how cute is that one with the ice skating people? And it adds a little bit of different color, adds a blue to the colors, which I said before, I'm loving the aquas, the blues with the reds this season. So I'm just going to layer this just like that. And I'm going to wipe away the glue that I just smeared everywhere, and it will just wipe away nice and easy so it doesn't leave a mark. I have just made a super quick, super cute, redone gift bag. How cute is that? This is your favorite so far? I like it too. I just pulled that one out of my hat. All right, let's see what else we can do. We've got 5 presents wrapped so far. I think that's better than my husband and I do when we wrap a couple days before Christmas. So I wanted to show you these fun clips. And when you have gift bags, these are great to close up and add a tag to. So I'm going to show you just that. So I made these just a little while ago, and I'll show you how I made these. I have some clothespins. I have a whole bucket of clothespins. Where did they go? How can I miss the clothespins? Seriously, it's like a package this big, and now I can't see them. Oh, they're right behind me, because I prepped it all for you already and forgot. So I have clothespins, $1 at the dollar store, or if you have some hanging around and you're outside, better to reuse. So I have a simple clothespin, and I'm going to show you how super duper easy this was. I used my Craft and Hobby PVA glue. I used some glitter that's been in my stash for years. And all I did, I didn't even have to get glue on my hands for this. All I did was take my PVA glue and run it, open it, because it's not open. And put it all along here. Now, I made those 2 clothespins probably around 5 o'clock tonight. They are dry. So the whole thing is covered on that side, and if you put enough in here, it will cover the silver part, the metal part. So then make sure when you're done, you close up your glue. And I'm going to sit this down. Can you see it right there? And all I'm going to do is take this coarse glitter and sprinkle it very heavy on my glue. Check the floor. I do put things on the floor. If I showed you guys what my floor looked like right now, you'd laugh at me. So I would say this clothespin would dry in less than a half an hour, if even that, even with all that glue on there. So just tap it a little bit And see how thick and nice that glitter looks? That will dry just like this. And I cannot tell you how cute these look on a bag, and you're going to find out. So I'm going to just move these over and let them dry. Those clothespins would be cute for like the 12 days of Christmas. Clipping some little envelopes. I had decorated some little coin envelopes that you could put little things in for the 12 days of Christmas. So I'm pulling out my craft bags. I have 2 more ideas for you tonight. One of them is going to be using the cute clothespin that we just made. And I had made some tags. These tags are made with gelatin stamps. I just made the design team a few weeks ago, and they sent me these awesome retro Santas. Now there's a funny story about this. I was asking my husband what I got in the mail. I knew I was expecting like 5 packages. 5 packages in the mail of crafty stuff. And he said, oh, you have a package here from, I can't remember where he said it was, but it was a name I didn't recognize from California. I had no idea. I made him open up the package. He opened up the package and he found what he called plastic Santas that he had no idea what I was going to do with. No idea that they were these super cute stamps. Look at these. No idea that they were stamps. So I made these tags with these stamps. Super easy. I think I have. Maybe I didn't. I thought I brought out my tags. Anyway, I used archival ink for these. For the Santas because I wanted them to pop, and I used some Tim Holtz Distress inks so the Season's Greetings looked a little more vintage. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this tag on a bag using the clothespin. So if you opened it up and you filled it, which we could. So here's your plain old bag. Super cute. Do we need to add some paper to that? I don't think we need to add some paper to that. There's your pin. There's your tag. I think maybe some paper right up here. And I think I'm going to use some of that Mary Jane paper because I liked how retro that looked, and I think I threw it down somewhere. All right, so let's decorate this real quick. That's a leftover piece of the Mary Jane paper that I've got going on here. I'm going to close this up. I'm going to pull out my Helmar Premium Craft Glue again. And I'm just going to put some up at the top. I just want the tag to stand out a little bit, and I'm going to use some of the May Arts ribbon. There's this wonderful linen type ribbon, and I'm going to use that in my tag. Oops, wrong scissors. Make sure I use my crafting scissors. And I'm just going to do both ends at an angle. And I'm just going to shred it a little bit. You see where the fibers are coming undone. You probably could even add some distressing to this if you wanted to spend more time. I didn't want to spend more time. And I'm just going to feed it through on my tag. Other way. I always do them backwards. Oh, and you can see I did the Santas on both sides. Feed the loop to the back. I always forget that. Good night. Give that sweet Caroline a kiss for me. Enjoy her. All right. So there we go. So the paper gives a little bit of contrast to the craft. And now I'm just going to stick this. There we go. Another easy bag. Super cute. Easy. Pack something up in there. On to the next one. So this one's going to be easy. I don't know how many of you guys keep doilies in your stash. They make colored doilies, all kinds of doilies. But I love doilies. And I colored some earlier today so they would dry. So something fun that you can do with a wrapped present or a gift bag or anything that you have is to put doilies, colored doilies. You could layer on the doilies. You could do anything that you wanted. But they make really fun wrapping paper. So I have some extra wrapping paper floating around. So I have some extra white wrapping paper, and who knows what I'll wrap with it. I'm going to move you down a little bit. So all I'm going to do, super easy for super cute vintage type looking wrapping paper, is to glue these down. And what's neat about these is when you go to wrap something, the doilies will wrap around the sides and wrap around the back. And you don't have to worry about it being perfect. There we go. So I'm just putting more premium craft glue all the way around my doilies, and I'm sticking them down. Now I personally like my edges to be flipped up because it adds a little bit of texture. And once this is all dried up, you'll have no problems folding it over a gift and taping it up. These doilies are going to stay down with the Helmar Premium Craft Glue. I'm going to wipe that one up. Oh, I keep missing where I am. You see me there? And what I used to miss these was some Tattered Angels. I used Tattered Angels, Glimmer Mist. I used Marmalade, which is one of my favorites, and a 2011 Christmas one. I love that green. So one more. I'm going to stick that down. And there you have some fun wrapping paper. What could we wrap with it? Let that dry and then wrap to your heart's content. Again, another one the kids could have fun doing. Good night, Elaney. Thanks for staying up till 3 a.m. Or were you crafting? So that's about all I have for you tonight. Gosh, it's 6 ideas. Let's go through them. 6 ideas. So we have the craft bag. We did the clothespin with the Craft and Hobby PVA glue and glitter, and we added the piece of paper in the back with the premium craft glue. We have our cute card inspired bag that covered the loft, all done with premium craft glue. Our circle and button paper, something fun for your kids to do. Again, all using premium craft glue, even for the buttons. Look at that. They're all stuck on there. They're not going anywhere. We just made that. My recycled bag from a store. And see how awesome that looks? You can barely even see the glue underneath all that mesh lace from May Arts. I actually think this is one of my favorites. I love the earthy feel of this. It almost looks like it's an angel. It's another one of the craft bags done in red. And knock these all over. Oh, my fun flower. I love this. I don't know what it is about this. So simple. Coffee filters, paper, cupcake liners. This one I did with the Craft and Hobby PVA glue. It's all nice and dry and ready to go and gift give. How cute is that to sit on its side? Just like that. Just cute. It invites you to open it. And then last but not least, using doilies to decorate your paper. You know how cute that would be on the craft paper too? Any color. I mean, we could put buttons on here. We can do anything to use that as a wrapping paper. Thank you, Cheryl. Does anybody have any questions tonight? I think I'm all done. I have some other ideas. I might post them for you guys. I have whole piles of stuff still that were untouched. Nothing else? Well, you can buy the premium craft glue, Craft and Hobby PVA glue, $4.50 quick dry adhesive, and one I didn't wind up using tonight, the gemstone glue, at helmarusa.com or helmar.com.au. If you use my code, which Cheryl will type in for me, yes. Okay, I forgot to pull it up, sorry. But Cheryl will type in a code for you guys to get, I think it's a 10% discount at either Helmar USA or helmar.com.au. Helmar USA is for if you live in the USA or Canada, and helmar.com.au is for if you live in Australia. Please do use the 10% discount code from this. That lets people know, lets the office know that you've been watching and you were convinced to buy such awesome glues. I highly recommend any of these for any of your creative adventures. If you need ideas on how to use them, you can go to helmarusa.typepad.com. That's the Helmar blog. There's my code. Cheryl just typed in my code, so please write it down. It's only good for a few days. Thank you. It is 10%. And you can find my blog at scissorssspatulasneakers.com. All one word, with all the S's. Does anybody have any questions tonight? Thank you, Cher. Thank you for coming, Leslie. I'm so happy you joined us tonight. Yay, Sherry! I can't... What time is it there, Sherry? Seven. Oh, so you're only an hour behind us right now with the time change. I forget that. Thank you so much, Leslie. I had so much fun creating these tonight. And I got presents wrap, which is awesome. My website or Helmar's website? Yes, next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, Jen Matat will be here. Cheryl, do you know what she's teaching next week? Yours. Okay, just type mine in for you. Oh, Cheryl, you're on the ball. Thank you so much. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight at Helmar Live. Please come back next week and see Jen, and I will be back. I think I don't have a date until January again. So please enjoy the rest of the educators over the next month and enjoy your holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.